Hey, welcome to your Cancer horoscopes for the week of September 17th through September 23rd. No planets in Cancer this week, although we do have our first full week. I do believe it's our first full week of Vespa coming in and influencing Cancer this week. And Vespa's influence really is right on the cusp of your relationships and finances. So we're really talking about our relationship to our money, which is an interesting topic of conversation, to be sure. Very interesting topic of conversation because most people don't really think about having a relationship with money. It's just, you kind of need it. You go out and make it, you pay your bills, you spend it, you get the things that you need, maybe get to enjoy it a little bit. But the truth is that we establish patterns and relationships with money in the same way that we do with other people. And it is actually very interesting when your eyes are opened to that concept, because our patterns with money start very early. Many cases in childhood, which you heard of people who say grew up in places that were very impoverished and the family didn't have any money, and they became a big star, whether it's a music star or a movie star or whatever it is. They became a big star, and they took themselves and their family out of that situation and moved them to a place that was much nicer. That had an impact on that individual, and that individual chose to change it rather than accept that this is their life. So we have that choice, and a lot of times it's really difficult to believe that we have that choice. With Vespa's influence coming into this, Vespa is known as the eternal flame that burns on the hearth. We're talking about that place that makes you feel the most secure. Usually, when you're looking back on your childhood in a place where you felt comfortable and taken care of and loved, sometimes it's not childhood, it's somewhere else in your past, but it really represents a place of security for you. And we're talking about finances, which, if you put in the right work to go in the right direction, this is all about creating that financial security for yourself. Honestly, I'm not banging on cancers here, but I have met quite a few cancers, and very few of them were independent people. A lot of cancers really crave that security from other people, which I understand. Having a cancer rising myself, there is a lot of comfort in that. The issue with that is that it's not necessarily realistic. Even if you're talking about finding your security with an individual that's like a parent that's never going to kick you out of the house, that parent is, chances are, not going to outlive you. And at some point in your life, once that happens, you will deal with that feeling of insecurity financially, unless you're very lucky and that parent has a ton of money and and of course giving it all to you, if that makes sense. That is not the norm. It's a nice thought, but that's not how things normally work. The best way that you can create security is to have control, complete control over that yourself. And that does not mean manipulating somebody else to give you money either. I'm not saying that, of course. I'm not advising you do that. That's kind of a messed up thing to do, to be honest. I'm not advising that. What I am advising is to create that security for yourself in whatever way that works for you. A lot of cancers, I have a cancer child, and the biggest thing about this child is that he hates people. And I feel like most cancers are sort of in the same place. They just don't like dealing with mass amounts of people and the drama and all of that. So it's important, of course, obviously, to find a way to do this in a way that works the best for you. And if you're going towards the creative realms, that's fine. Just make sure that you have a little something to back it up as well. It always helps to have multiple streams of income. That creates more security when you think about it. So that's what I have for you guys this week. If you love your horoscopes, do click the link in the description and send me a coffee. I would love that. If you are listening rather than viewing, that's ko-fi.com/heavy metal psychic. And of course, check out heavymetalpsychic.com. There's all kinds of fun stuff going on there too. You can book time right there from the website. It's super easy peasy. I'm Melissa Bruce, Heavy Metal Psychic, just in case you did not get the memo before. And I will be seeing you guys next week. In the meantime, get your security on. I mean, everything is just gravy from there if you can tackle that. And I know you guys can because you're awesome. I will see you guys next week. You guys make it a great week.